turn it on. Okay, this is the Student Life Committee for ASR. So first things first, we have to elect a vice chair,
The vice chair.
which is like
If you're not here to do it.
basically.
Okay, well, there's so many people to choose from right
I
now.
know. Do either of you have a burning desire to be the vice chair of this committee?
Like, no one else wants to do that.
I
I'll
do
step
should
up. I just
do
feel
it.
like, yeah, as a freshman, I'm not like 100% sure
Yeah,
what to
I-
do, but
I keep getting involved in too much. I keep volunteering for things. Like yesterday, I learned someone told me that I needed to say no and let someone else like do it. So
I
we
have
can wait
that
till the
problem.
other two get here.
Yeah, we could do that. Okay, we can hold off.
Are we right?
Mhm.
'Cause unless it's like,
It's
does
not
it?
super critical, I mean, I'm gonna.
It's
be
just
here.
in case you're not here.
Yeah.
We
No,
all
we're gonna
probably
be here anyway.
right?
Mhm.
I'm not like signing my life away.
No, you're not.
Or should it be like a junior though?
I mean, I think this ends. with
Oh
the
yeah, that's
term,
true because you have to like
so.
re-elect and whatnot.
Mhm.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
I guess so.
You're my classroom.
That's good.
Why don't you find yourself into vice
Are you
chair?
sure you don't want to?
I mean, I will, like, I don't know.
It's whatever.
If you want to do it, like, I'm not going to be like, I have to have it, but
I'll just do it. It's fine.
Okay.
Cool.
Decided. All right. So thanks for coming. Quality over quantity for committee members. So first off, do y'all have any ideas for how we can improve student life?
I know I have one, like, kind of concern. I'm not sure if it falls under student life or if it would be more like academics.
Okay.
Because I'm friends with a lot of athletes who, like, they kind of complain about how come they don't get credit, like PE credit for doing their sports, which, like, obviously takes up a lot more time than a 1 credit hour class. So, like, I was just wondering if that's, like, under student life or, like, why they don't get PE credit for doing their sports.
Yeah, I feel like that might be
More academic.
More academic.
maybe, yeah.
Are you in that one?
No, I like wanted to be in that one, but, like, I
What
can't
time?
make any Tuesday evening
Oh,
meetings because
yeah.
I have physics lab, so, like,
Or it's Thursday, I think.
Thursday. Okay, yeah. See, I wasn't sure. I guess they like pick the committees during like a Tuesday
Yeah.
meeting. And, like I wasn't there.
Okay,
so,
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If not, I can say something too.
Okay.
But I'm just, like, I don't think anyone would be against you joining another
Yeah.
one, you know. So just email Lulu. She's the
Okay.
chair.
Are you on that committee?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, perfect. Okay, well, yeah, that's a really good thing to bring up.
Have we talked about it before? I feel like it's
I
been mentioned.
haven't heard it, but I wouldn't be surprised if it has been brought up, because
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
If students get credit.
I just don't know why. But I think.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that would be a great thing to look into. Okay, can y'all think of anything else?
I have a lot of like friends also, like other athletes who like complain about the hours of like maybe in coats. But I know that's definitely been like talked about
Yeah.
before. Like the hours of coats especially, because I know in the past they used to be open till midnight and now it's like 5 p.m. So I don't know if there's like any way to change that, if that's possible.
Mhm.
And like hours of maybe also, like it closes at 8 and then there's like several athletes who get out of practice, like of different sports, they get out at like 8.
Mhm.
So their only option is the pod, which is, yeah, it's not the best,
Yeah.
especially after you've
You're
done,
trying to eat healthy.
yeah, like
Yeah.
workouts and stuff.
It's all fried
Yeah.
food.
I'm actually the liaison for Kaufman for Aramark through ASR, and we had a couple meetings, one with Dean Tuttle and then another with Dean Tuttle and Aramark, and we brought up a lot of questions like why can't hours be later? And I forget the exact wording, but it's like a give and take kind of thing.
Yeah.
If you take hours away from
Oh yeah.
maybe,
Yeah,
then
it has
you
to
can
take
move
them.
those like somewhere else, but it has to do with, does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay, so my freshman year, your sophomore year, I believe, because I'm a junior, at maybe, I think maybe it was closed for like,
6 or 7. I think they extended it though, because it used to be worse.
there were a couple hours during the afternoon when it was closed, right?
Oh yeah. It was like
Because
weird
there's-
hours,
yeah,
like
it was
3
from, like,
to.
3 to 5 or something, because there's
Yeah, no one
hardly any
knows.
traffic
Yeah.
at that time. So potentially those hours could be pulled and tacked on to the end
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
I think that'd be a good idea because I've been to maybe just like randomly in between like that 3 and 5 period, like
Nobody's
no
there.
one's in there.
Yeah.
And the food's offered too, because they're transitioning
Yeah,
between lunch
exactly.
and dinner. Mhm.
So we feel like we move those hours in.
Okay.
Probably, that's just like a thought. Oh wait, hold on, Sarah's calling.
Oh.
Hello?
I thought this was recording.
No, we're in the CSI building. Did you go to the library?
I went there too. That was my fault. I guess it's there usually.
Okay, and go to the 3rd floor, and like as soon as you go to the elevator, it's gonna be like
Right.
to your right, and it's 337. Okay, I'll see you soon. Okay, bye. So she's really sorry, and she'll be here soon.
Aw.
She actually went to the library.
No worries.
I guess we'll have a meeting in the library next week.
No, it's fine because if we have to film it, I think it's
Yeah,
better
it
here.
might be loud. I don't know, maybe we can find a room, because there's that, oh my gosh, there's that back room in CLT, that conference room in the back.
Oh,
Maybe we can meet there, it's pretty
either
nice.
or. I don't really. It's just what the place messed up.
It's just if you have to walk around all the buildings. to
Oh,
find it.
that's true.
Okay, so yeah, the hours thing definitely,
When would we think? Like 3 to 5 or like 2:30 to 4:30?
which hours to cut in.
Yeah, if we had to suggest. I think I did those
Yeah,
two,
like
right?
3 to 5, like in there, like either 2:30 to 4:30
Yeah,
or 3 to 5.
Because like, right?
Yeah, I think definitely around there, except they're there before, just like middle of it.
Hey,
Like, no
Michael.
one's in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
They'll be. Yeah, that works. Because I think it's pretty good to talk to them. Nice.
And at the end of this meeting, we'll go ahead and like assign liaisons for different issues. Hey, Michael, thanks for coming. Watch out, there's a camera. How's your day going?
Sorry.
We're just going over different issues that we see with student life around campus. Do any come to mind?
The big issue that I want to work on this semester, just not last semester, is a lot of people are upset about the smoking policies in dorms. It's like a voting system, and smokers usually issued into the state because they're always the minority. So I think it would be a good idea to explore going back to a sort of system where they assign the norms if smoking or not smoking, so people can make an informed decision. And I think we kind of saw the issues. The system we had had that problem with the swashbucklers hall.
That's actually something I was going to bring up at this meeting. We can go ahead and talk about it now. So I wasn't there at the meetings when that was going on, and it may have happened before you were elected. Could you explain what happened with the swashbuckler thing?
Well, what I remember, what I understand is that this swashbuckler hall is supposed to be non-smoking. It's not supposed to be subject to a vote. But like the lower floors or some floors that wasn't swashbucklers was put to a vote, and it shouldn't have been because it's affecting the swashbucklers in that same building. And some people that had like asthma and some real issues with it. And it wasn't supposed to be put to a vote, but it was anyways. And they told us to resolve the situation. And it was screwed up by student life office.
Okay.
I thought it was that like the whole dorm could vote and not enough voted, and more of the smokers voted for it and not enough of the non-smokers.
But it shouldn't have been put to a vote anyways, right?
Yeah, but it was just unfortunate because the non-smokers should have taken initiative. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was just like awkward how that happened. It's like, well, we told you and it's up to you to, it's your responsibility to act upon it, and they didn't.
Yeah.
And then, that's what I remember from our meeting last semester. But
Yeah, but that's kind of silly because it was a swashbuckler storm. It really shouldn't have to go because they sort of pulled it with the understanding.
yeah,
It just sounds like it was a big communication.
yeah, and it was, yeah, no one knew how to fix it.
So I think what happened today is start coming up with a resolution for that. Is it that, I don't know what's happening for the rest of this year, but for all years forward,
think that-
swashbucklers will be assigned to a
it's usually like that.
Yeah,
Just-
I'm a little confused.
I think just this year is a vote for the first
Yeah, I
time.
mean,
think.
they were assigned, they all basically selected if they wanted to be in anymore. Prior, like, yeah,
Way before registration, or
Yeah.
before
everybody else. was-
rooming assignments and whatnot.
And, it's understood there was gonna be constant, through voting days.
In the fall.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that was a resolution,
I'm pretty sure. Or he was going to. I don't know how I know that.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, for 337.
But I think
337.
going to a system where we designate sort of long forms, we did it by a survey system, we can make most people happy that way, because then people that are really like swashbucklers, that are super not wanting to be around something that's really high priority for them, they can take it to where that's, like, they're gonna be accommodated that way, and then other people that it's really important for them to do stuff like that.
Okay, definitely. Okay, would you like to work on that?
I would.
Okay, great. Then that was sort of, can you think of any other student issues?
We're probably almost there.
What do you guys talk about?
Yeah, tell her to just find the number.
So
3:30.
far, we've
She
talked
should be able to
about,
find it today.
You're on the third
oh,
floor,
so
right?
Caleb brought up a couple of things. One is, it's a little silly how, athletes don't get credit for playing their sports, and yet students can like sign up for a 1 hour PE credit. So there's that thing, that we will look into. There's another thing, well, this comes around all the time, extending hours for media and codes.
For athletes.
For athletes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for all students. So here's the other thing. And after
Yeah.
that,
I think we should definitely work on making sure that, there's on-campus dining table, like on,
Holidays.
holidays.
yep,
Oh,
If everyone shouldn't have a monopoly on everything, then they shouldn't have to be in business.
No, there should be census classes of 337 going forward.
what was the issue that when they came in?
And that was like a senior.
I was absent for that meeting. I was absent for a
yeah.
lot of meetings in the fall.
Yeah.
Because I had a class. So I don't know what y'all talked about with Aramark at the meeting.
I think it was that not enough students would eat
Mm-hmm.
that day, which makes sense. But I mean, it's still important to have it open.
That's fine,
For
that's fine.
people.
Okay,
Yeah.
Sarah's like,
Oh, bizarre.
Why?
She's gonna go like
That's
find
right.
it, I don't know.
It's on the.
I'll look at it in like a minute.
Oh goodness.
Sarah Perkins is
Okay.
also on the committee and she's on. So.
I think she said in the meeting,
Where are you
like,
at?
they get our money already, it's not like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works, but
they're just basically saying we want to have a day off.
yeah.
Or she says you guys aren't,
But I mean,
obviously
like I didn't have
we
a
wanted
car.
to.
Yeah, and I didn't have a car, so
And they've already got our money, it's not like they're gonna lose money to work on it.
The thing is, I think.
provided the food.
Yeah, provided
That's
the
good.
food. I think when Trinity made the contract with Aramark, it was decided that Aramark would be open on campus for a certain number of days.
Yeah.
each semester.
Yeah, I remember saying that.
Mhm. So I think it has to do.
Well,
with
why didn't
that
they
as
make it
well.
enough days? Like, I feel like it.
Why don't they just change the
It-
contract?
Yeah, I think it's a 6-year one.
Oh.
Or that's what I've heard. But we can look into that too.
That's. I mean, I feel like that's a little silly. Like they should have it where it meets the same number of days students are here.
Or maybe we could like remake food, or something. I mean, it's not as good as.
Or like the
having-
pod.
Yeah. So.
Because I'm pretty sure that was even closed. I know at least one holiday.
I feel bad for the students on campus during Thanksgiving Day. 'Cause there's
Yeah.
really nothing. There was the.
At least it was like
brunch
the BSU. They have
earlier
their
in the
stuff.
day.
Was it? I don't know if it was during the break. I think it was before. I don't know.
Because I know on Thanksgiving Day, there was a Thanksgiving luncheon from like 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. or something, in the Skyline for on-campus students.
Okay.
Where is she?
Okay, I'll see you soon. She is in Northrop now. I don't know why. I told her CSI. And then
Maybe
she was
that's
like,
what she was lost.
Yeah, and then she was like, wait, you said CSI or Northrop? I was like, CSI. Said a few times.
Sarah, no, she has to walk.
Yeah, she
super far.
like profusely apologized again.
Oh, it's fine. I know someone who has to walk so much. Right.
That's funny.
So we're going over Aramark now. What were we just saying?
About the holidays.
Holidays.
When we open.
Okay. What else can we think of? I think her name is Caroline
Roberts?
I remember during the meeting she brought up having more of the blue safety
Oh.
things
Yeah.
around campus
Yeah.
because there aren't nearly enough.
Mhm.
So that would be a great thing to look into. Also, there are some parts of campus that are incredibly dark at night, like the path. I guess,
This one.
yeah, there's that
I remember
one.
doing the summer. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's the same. I know summer research was really scary.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
tricky because there's construction going on.
Mhm.
So there's that. There's the walkway along
Oh.
south.
And storage, like before storage.
There's that area.
Yeah.
There's another one. Like it's right along South Lake. You have the South.
Oh, yeah,
South
I know what you're
right,
talking about. And you're
and
like
the whole
walking.
parking lot.
Yeah, it's really dark.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I was back in the house there. It's like
Yeah.
really hard to see.
Yeah.
Also
And the parking lot.
the parking lot over here.
Or not so much lighting, just except right when you get down the stairs and you're going out, like from there, right before you reach the parking lot, it's kind of right there. But I was talking more about the emergency stuff though.
Okay.
Like, I don't think there's, I don't remember there being one for them, you know?
Yep. So the location for that.
Yeah.
And I noticed the other night, the area between, like, behind maybe and Wit or Win. So you have, like, the
I
Wit
don't
Center
remember.
here, maybe here,
Yeah, it's one.
restaurant complex here, and the Win entrance here. Super dark over here. So there's another area, but that's something that I would like us to focus on as well. And let's see, do you have anything else for that?
What about parking?
Parking, yep.
Anything about there? I noticed that the exit in the north Wagner parking lot, they cut those bushes down.
Yes, that was
Oh.
actually,
Problem solved.
Nice.
so
That's really good.
that was good. But also just finding enough parking in general.
I know, that's so hard to solve. Like, I've thought of so many things, it's like, I mean,
What if
it
you
doesn't
thought
work.
of?
I mean, or not me, but other people were like saying like parking garages or having like the underground ones too. But, like, they couldn't do that. I don't know, I can't think of anywhere else to expand further.
Are there
But I guess like that field, it's so pretty.
Yeah.
You know, like, and well, I guess once construction is done, like the one, here's Lori, that one, that'll be open.
It's like 20 spots though,
I think a little more. I don't know for sure. I don't know.
Yeah, we need more.
Because like the
parking.
campus is pretty, you don't want to just like chop it down or
Yeah.
anything. But, I mean,
Issue, but people have to park their cars.
yeah.
mm,
It's more so for the dorms though.
Right. Yeah, I live in South, so T3.
I know. I just think, like Claire was saying, she kind of wishes people like that lived in Proswell had to park in Proswell Garage. But I don't know how we can enforce that. Because it just like, because Claire lived in Proswell, she's like, it wasn't that big a difference, you know? But if you like you're living in Lightner now, it's just really frustrating how there's no parking there. But there's so much.
I found CSI.
Wow.
I felt so sick.
I'm sorry that you had to walk all the way over here.
No, I'm sorry that I didn't carefully read the email.
I didn't either. I was just earlier, that's fine.
Assumed
Time
library. And then heard Northrop at a CSI.
Well, we have a camera over here. Say hi.
Sorry, I'm late.
Right now we're going over different things that we'd like to fix regarding student life on campus. But before we do that, now that everybody is here, would anybody love, has a burning desire to be the vice chair of this committee? Anybody?
What are the rights and responsibilities?
Yes.
Any, if I can't make it to a committee meeting, then the vice chair holds the committee. I'm gonna be here all the time.
Yeah.
So it's really just
Last minute, I think it's
last
good.
minute to have something.
I guess. If you want to, it's fine. Nice. It's
Decided.
official.
Good, good. Good. Okay, so back to the conversation. Can you think of anything?
About student life, I guess right now, because it's really on my mind, probably just like the whole rush process. I don't know, I really wish there was a better system to handle the people who like didn't get a bid or something like that. I know it's really exciting for those who did get a bid, for those who didn't, like you just get a phone call and it's from someone from Res Life, and it just seems extremely indifferent, and like it doesn't really go to your concerns. And I know they're like, I mean, I've heard rumors that they're like on suicide watch for 2 weeks after bid day.
I know.
But I just wish there was, I don't know, maybe like an organization or someone from the sorority that would like just go and talk to them and like be there for them, and just like, I know that Greek life is very selective, but I mean, just be more compassionate, I guess.
Okay.
That's true.
Yeah. Can anybody think of any ways to fix this? Uncompassionate Greek life. I'm just kidding, but.
Maybe like, I know guys aren't really good at it, or else I would say, I mean, have someone, like have a fraternity brother go over to like a sorority, so that it like it's less like,
Mhm.
oh, I'm a part of the sorority that you
Yeah.
chose,
yeah.
but we didn't.
So you feel uncomfortable.
want you.
Yeah.
I mean, but I've talked to some girls, like on the, some sorority people on the behalf of others, and like why, and they did have a reason, like either they didn't think that they would be comfortable with them because either they're really reserved and they're really crazy, and so they didn't want to like make them feel uncomfortable in any way, or they just didn't know enough people. Like, just have someone, I guess, have a Greek representative, talk to those people, like maybe, I know they really,
Within Greek Council.
yeah, maybe it could be another responsibility of Greek Council.
Like the rush, whatever.
Yeah, the
I don't know
rush
if they're-
chair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be a really good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the rest
So it is
of the
awkward
year.
for like the girls in the sorority to like confront the other ones,
Yeah.
you know? So, but I mean, it sucks, you know,
Yeah.
it hurts. So if anything, you want them to know like they care still, or like
Yeah.
it wasn't so heartless. you know?
Yeah, exactly, because a lot of like the sorority girls do care that like they're hurt.
Just
but
they don't know how to confront it.
Yeah, and plus I think there's like a time that they're not able to talk to them, like, so I
Before.
mean, yeah, so
Yeah.
I think that like having Greek council do that, or the
Rush chair. But I think more of
doing
the,
that.
I think the rush chair in Greek Council, I don't think it's called rush chair. I don't know what they're, I don't know. Anyone in Greek Council, I think that'd be
Yeah.
easier because it's like, it's not part of the organization.
Mhm.
So, I think that would be easier for like everyone.
Yeah,
It would
I
probably
think.
be better for like a student, a Greek student.
yeah, definitely not a resident.
Yeah,
So,
and like an adult.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good point.
I never even thought
Wow,
of
maybe that's really good. That would work. And like it raises, I mean, and the reason why I don't think it should be within the organization, because then like what if that person was friends with the girl? Like it is really like there's a lot of drama that goes into it. So it's not based off of one person likes them. It's like this whole ordeal.
Yeah.
So, but if they're in Greek Council, they know that going into it. So it's like I think they should have that responsibility, and they represent Greek, you know.
Yeah.
So that's good. Good idea.
Do you guys think of anything else?
For that, or
Anything else in general?
Just like, I mean, and Michaela's bringing light to it, just the whole like Aramark situation, and just the time, so that's fix it. But then also this year, there were a lot of first years that left, and left the school.
Really?
Oh,
How many?
what is it?
And I just feel like I had over like 10 friends leave.
Really?
And it was just a large
That's a
number.
lot.
Exactly. And so, I mean, a couple of them were definitely financial reasons, and I understand that.
Yeah.
But then a lot of them were just, they felt like they didn't fit in, which I feel like is extremely rare on Trinity's campus when we have
Yeah.
so much to offer.
Mhm.
And so I kind of feel like maybe they just like, either they weren't reached out to or they weren't reaching out. So, I mean, I don't know how you would address that because I feel like a lot of groups email, but I never check my emails. I'm really bad about that. And especially at the beginning when everything's new and you're
Mhm.
not used to checking emails and
It's
then
overwhelming.
reading them exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know how we could.
That's a tough
do
one.
that because I feel like
It's like a give and take
yeah,
from both sides.
I feel like we're really good about covering up the cracks so that people don't fall through them, but I feel like we saw a couple of crevices that we need to address.
I feel like maybe that one could be fixed by having more effective freshman RMs.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's part of their job to reach out to their freshmen.
But I think the RMs do a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the arms I know do a really
Yeah,
good job.
I
Like
haven't
having
known any-
meetings all the time, especially
Yeah.
at the beginning, to like for
There- there
everyone to get to
definitely
know each
some.
other.
Yeah. My
Like
RM,
down.
Like my freshman RM.
Uh,
No names, but.
Yeah, that's right, that's annoying.
yeah, I mean,
But
my,
there's some
personally,
that are lacking.
my RM did a great job
I
this
loved mine.
semester. And there were two that didn't just take part in our like activities or anything like that. And they left, which is really funny because we have an overly active RN. But then I know other RNs that never communicate with their res life.
Their hall.
Freshmen, yeah, their
Yeah.
hall. So I don't know how we would avoid that because my RM was exceptional and then other people aren't as exceptional, but I feel like they
Well,
still
what's, like, what was lacking with yours? Like, what was missing?
I feel like he did the bare minimum. We didn't have a whole lot of meetings throughout the first semester. Might be good to have something.
So you think, like, bump up their requirements?
Yes.
That could help.
Or, I mean, maybe my RM was following, well, I don't know if there's really a way to check that the RM is fulfilling all requirements.
They're usually pretty, I think, like, well, what I've heard, like, the staff is pretty,
Right, but I mean, like, if, let's say you're supposed to, like, have a hall meeting one night, there you go.
maybe he just said that they did or whatever.
Right. So, I don't know, maybe that's getting too in-depth to this, but that's something we can.
No, I think that's good. I think it's more about feedback. Like, if
Feedback,
there's a
yeah.
problem, then inform them, you know?
Yeah, maybe having like more personal meetings, one-on-one, because sometimes it's difficult in a group environment to say, I'm not fitting in, I'm not feeling comfortable. So maybe have like, I know it's difficult to plan like weekly meetings, but maybe like semi-monthly meetings or a monthly meeting with your RM with each resident on your hall.
The only thing is I know, okay, I've never been an RM, okay, so.
I haven't either.
But from what I've heard, they have a ton of meetings and they're always really busy, so I think it'd be hard to have that as a requirement. I mean, I don't know if it's possible to have like 2 RMs on one hall or something, but then that goes into like finances, you know, like
Yeah.
whether they want whether they can pay them or not. So maybe there could be like an external group, kind of like the reflection seminar I'm doing, but more focused on feelings, I guess, or just like not feelings, but like because mine's more focused on like who you are, what you value, and it's really fun, and like where you want to go with it. Basically, it's more like goal oriented. So if this is more like just being part of a community, like within that they built a community. It's really cute because like yesterday we had our last meeting, and they want to keep it going. So I think this might be like a real thing on campus. That's it. Yeah, it's cool.
That's
So yeah, I made a difference. But so maybe there could be like an external thing with like, I don't know, like a group, something similar to that, but not, well, because like in Stanford they have different reflection seminars. Maybe that's what we kind of modeled off of. And this one, the ones that the exercises we chose were more towards like future and academics and like, they still have like life reflecting too within that. But if this was more of a sense of community, like there could be exercises from that too. I think, I don't know, if you really like Lisa Jasinski is the one that I'm, and Tom Jenkins, they're the ones that I'm working with. Like if you want, I mean, I can like mention it to them, but I think since you have more, like you have a reason behind it, like you know people, and like, because I don't really know how to express it.
Lisa
Jasinski, Jasinski, Jasinski.
K-I, and was it Tom?
Yeah, Thomas Jenkins, Jen, yeah, Kins.
Okay, where could I find? Or just email them, I guess.
I can talk to Lisa and mention it, and then I don't know if we should do that now.
And then
We can figure it out.
Okay.
Because the thing is, I'm graduating too,
Yeah.
so I can't really do too much about it. But like, I think you seem really caring. So like, and I don't know, you could just tell that you. The fact that you brought it up means that you care about it, you know. So I think that's, I don't know, I think you could do well. It's just an idea. I don't know. I don't even know if they want to. I just volunteer them, but it's good to ask.
Yeah.
That's the point of BHR. So, okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we can figure it out.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because don't you think that would work?
Yeah.
If I'm crazy, y'all can, speak up.
No, I think it is.
Yeah. Because I think for the RMs, it's too much for them.
They definitely have a lot of this.
But what do you think would resolve it though?
I don't know, like, it sounds really weird, but maybe having like a mentor on campus, like,
A peer mentor?
yeah, like.
Oh my
maybe, like,
goodness,
an
this
older
goes all
person.
back to, oh God,
Like,
so
I don't know.
Because remember that one meeting where I like went off on, like that's how I got involved with this reflection seminar.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I was like, I think it's really nice to have a mentor and like just peer advising. Oh my goodness.
So maybe
Okay.
like either having like a sophomore or obviously
No,
maybe
this
a
is
sophomore,
exactly-
junior, or a senior,
This
maybe
is
not a
awesome.
senior, but like, I don't know, and maybe it could be something that O-Team does, because I know O-Team is just like a requirement for like for first week orientation, but maybe that would be like a chance for them to meet the whole body and then meet like their group and then have like.
But I think if it's forced, like if it's enforced or if it's just voluntary.
Because I think O-Team is voluntary though, isn't it?
Or, sorry. Yeah, for them, they're willing to do it. But for y'all, like first years to meet with them, that would just be voluntary?
I don't know, because a lot of people don't know how to ask for help.
Yeah.
Don't know how to ask, like,
Yeah.
say that I feel uncomfortable, I feel out of place, like.
I really think, oh my goodness, I'm so happy. I think this works with like peer advising, because it kind of falls in line with what I was saying at the beginning of the year, right? Like how like, it's nice, like what I was talking about was more like just someone to go to and not necessarily like a group session. You know, not like a gathering where it's like for fun and whatnot. Because Trinity does, like there's a ton of groups, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
And it's more up to the person to go up to them. But like maybe they feel uncomfortable admitting that in front of a group.
Mhm.
So, in that one advising, I think you might have been there? I don't know, with Bryson in Heidi Lounge.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is like all about that. Like for me, because like freshman year I struggled, not more so with just balancing everything. And like I didn't do well in my classes, you know, so like, but eventually like sophomore in biochem, my peer tutor, he really helped me out with like, I mean, first of all, the class, but like ever since then, like I would just ask him for other things too. Like mine was more in academic terms, but like we became best friends and whatnot. So like, but it's so nice to have like someone who's older and like in your classes, or in anything.
Yeah.
Just to go to.
Because that's
you know?
what really helped me in my first semester. I don't know if you know Robin Bullock.
Oh,
She
that's nice.
was really helpful for me my first year, or my first semester. And although he's graduated, like I still talk to him, and I sought a lot of advice from him.
Mhm.
Just with, like, my classes and managing everything. He was extremely helpful.
Yeah, and it's just that
And,
alone,
yeah.
right? Yeah. So it's more like but the ones that transferred, do you think is academic or like personal, social reasons?
Definitely a bit of both.
Okay.
And so,
So I think with the academic comes the,
Yeah.
like, you can't, yeah.
yeah, I mean,
You
it's
have to
definitely
have balance.
academic. I was having difficulties balancing everything,
Mhm.
but it was kind of like affecting me socially because I was so
Because you
busy
couldn't,
that I couldn't
exactly.
make friends.
Yeah, okay, that's different, yeah. I thought you meant like the other ones didn't know how to fit in, and it wasn't like with their academics.
Yeah, but I mean also for those kids who,
Because I think it could have
Yeah.
like somehow helped too.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I don't know how, but cause it's hard, 'cause it's more like counseling, if it's for that. I don't know.
Maybe it could also be like, I don't know, a branch of like counseling services. Maybe they could have like interns. I don't know. From like the second department.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, I don't know about that. That one's a different story. But with the academics and balancing,
Yeah.
that could be done.
Yeah.
I really think that could be done. And like that's why I really liked the reflection seminar, because those 10 kids have like, they've skipped so many steps. They're like me at the end of sophomore year. Like in terms of, like they know what, like don't y'all, okay, I've talked to other people, but not that many. So don't y'all think that like, don't you ever think like, wow, like I really didn't get it back then. Like I thought I did, and like I just really didn't have control till now. Like now I know how to manage everything and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, like through the reflection seminar, you kind of ask, like we pose questions that are like, okay, you have a Trinity bucket list. You know, like if I had just like thought about just like simply thinking about what I want to get done, like I would have gotten more done. You know, and like it just really gets the students. Puts their life into perspective and like helps
So
them
early
achieve,
on.
to get their stuff done. Or at least it points out that they, how is this? They realize that they want it done, so I mean it's up to them to do it, but that's the first step, realizing what you want. So that's why I really liked this, but like, I hope it continues. I don't know.
Do you think that will expand that seminar?
Hopefully.
Okay.
This is off the record, but like I'm gonna like type up all the results and whatnot, or I don't know, something like that.